Alright, hi everybody. Welcome to Mom's Basement Streams. Today we are going to be playing Legacy Hogaak, which is... it's something. So we'll do, quickly go over the deck, but there's actually a lot happening here with this deck. But first I want to just point something out really fast in the sideboard. This is more or less something that's there to... Goblin Bombardment enables a kill through anything. And you have a lot of artifact hate. Storm is also a problem, so we have Thoughtseize and stuff. And Rotting Regisaur is more or less just an all-around, it's just a beater. And makes a lot of matchups much better. We also have 3 Swamps, 3 Scrublands, or is it 2? It's 2 Scrublands and 3 Badlands. Because you always need to be able to have this ready for Chalice of the Void as well as Leyline of the Void, which are 2 of the most problematic cards this deck can encounter. Now, God, there's just so much to go over here. Oh, before I forgot to mention, remember, we have a schedule up there, so you can more or less figure out what days you want to watch. We have a suggestion box. The Legacy Reclamation deck is slowly being worked on. It is not necessarily the easiest thing in the world to figure out. I'll be running Tin Fins in the not too distant future. I believe next week is Teferi week, so I'm not looking forward to running a blue-white deck. You can follow me at Almost Omniscient on Twitter. We have donations, Patreon, if you feel particularly generous on a given day. And we have a TCG player where you can end up buying whatever cards you so desire, perhaps this entire deck at once. We're just going to get straight into it. I don't feel like having to do a primer for how to play Hogaak, because, well, I despise the card. More than any archetype, I despise Hogaak. At least in Modern. In Legacy, it's a little different. So let's see. Keep. Oh. Well, we are playing against the trophy leader. He is likely on Reanimator. We can kill him if we get very lucky. Like, we can just kill him next turn if we are supremely lucky. That was not lucky. Good news is that we can win even if he reanimates something big, as long as he doesn't actually kill us. Oh, he is not on Reanimator today. Interesting. So let's see. We can play a supplier, therapy. We'll name Force of Will. Okay. Alright, now we are on the right track. So it has to be correct to name Lightning Bolt. It just has to be. It's a 3-for-1. Like, it could be the days, because if we play next turn... No, because the bolt can end up cutting us off of... it can end up stopping us from being able to do things, which really would stink. So, during his draw phase, I think we can entomb? Put a bridge in the yard? Let's see, if we force... Yeah, I think I'm going to bet a swamp and attempt to entomb. Because best case, it resolves. Worst case... Interesting, he let it resolve. So this is actually a fine and dandy matchup. Out of the board, we're going to bring in Crypt Breaker, Rotting Regisaur, Thoughtseize. And I think we'd bring in the Abrade. Boif. Don't think he's going to want to daze this. This he'll daze. And next turn, if we get to run out an altar, and we should just be able to win at that point. This is game one. So, I really wanted to advance my game state, and I knew he wouldn't daze the Gravecrawler is the thing. That's why I didn't do anything there. I knew he wouldn't do anything about the Gravecrawler. The land would be great, though. Okay. Wise call. So, we got a swamp. We can kill the Wren in 6, alter herself. Do I really want... So we can therapy our... I know it's Terrence! Let's see. There instance in the yard. Yep. So goal is to... Let's see if we can just mill him out. Yeah. I think we want these Regisaurs in this matchup. Breaker also doesn't seem bad. It is a Goif deck. Going second. So Thoughtseize ends up giving us some extra interaction for... We want all the Entombs and all the Hogaaks. So he's going to be bringing in probably a Braid or... So he's on 2 Surgicals because they're all on 2 Surgicals. Yeah, it's actually probably just the Regisaurs. One therapy. And a Hogaak. Yeah. As everyone at home can see, this is a decently powerful deck. That is not a keep. Sure. Force of Will. We'll go with Force of Will to start. Yeah, I should have named the days. Because the days ends up, well, doing more for less. Do I want to even play that right now? I think I do. Hmm. Days or surgical? Hmm. So the brainstorm is fine, but like if he has the surgical, he gets a blowout here. And I think I'm just gonna name the surgical. It might be. It's probably a bit too greedy. So yeah. Oh, because duh. For yeah. Nope. Should have named the surgical. I'm gonna actually concede this one because I don't feel like giving him the extra information. Could have just. I should have just named it, Terrence. I should have gone with my gut on that one. I don't think we're gonna. Entomb is going to be the best card in the world here. I do actually want more discard though, because Rug Delver can afford to run. It's on 6 force effects. I even need all the routing registers. Hmm. Deciding a sideboard how to sideboard with this specific list is all. This one's much more palatable. Mm, so let's see. Turn one. We got therapy. We have an altar. We don't really have much in the way of like stuff to do though. What do you think, Terrence? What do you think of this hand? Because this hand doesn't feel like it does a whole ton. That's a pretty good rule of thumb. We can keep this one for sure. Altar is fine. One altar is fine to go here. And then let's get a swamp. Force would be pretty awful. So would surgical. From now on, I'm just going with my gut and naming surgical extraction. So if we had let on the Stitcher there, the odds of us just getting blown out by, well, a random surgical extraction are pretty damn high. Like, I'm not a fan of those odds. I mean, he had two, so that's a pretty good start. And given that he kept, like, immediately, assuming that he has multiple surgicals feels about right. Now, alternatively, if we, like, draw a Hogaak, though, we can just play a Hogaak and win. But. So, because the hand only was really acting on, it's 3 beats us if we're on a 7. On a 5, it's much different. Like, the axes we can interact on are much tighter then. So he has 1 left. So if we hit a Hogaak, we get to play a Hogaak. And get some cards we don't want in our yard, out of our yard. Oh, that's a trigger? Or wait, no, it's not. No, it's not. Why didn't I bring in Goblin Bombardment? That was dumb. Really wanted to see a Hogaak there, though. Well, I think he has to surgical this, grave crawlers now. That's the good news. Just don't draw me a grave crawler. So we sack the Bloodghast, make our Carrion Fader bigger, or we play. So two different ways of winning here. If we alter, end up sacking our Bloodghast to mill ourselves two, play our land, we got another Bloodghast. Suppose the extra mana isn't doing a whole lot of good. Well, yeah. Ooh, shit. That phase really, really hurts. This is actually pretty gross that we have to do this. Hogaak. Yes. Yes. So that second level is 4, 10, we're dead. I thought it was... Whoops. Misreading cards. Yeah. And I forgot that this can't block. That was my punt. Yeah. So he has this one. Like, I don't know the Legacy deck super well. I know the modern one pretty... How to play the modern one pretty straightforward, but this one, a bit harder. Not seeing a Hogaak also really sucked. The double surgical definitely hurt, especially when he flipped the Delver so early. And the daze. I think the daze, I guess, is the part that was just the absolute worst. Was him having that up? Probably. So, no, that hand doesn't do it. Yikes. I mean, we'll keep it. That was... I want to keep the Hogaak, even though it's just so... It's just such a bad hand. Mm. Might be able to do something with that. Yeah, definitely not the best draws in the world. I will be the first to concede that. I'm almost tempted to hold this Badlands. Just for the extra. Ugh. No, I can't really afford to hold it. So if we therapy, let's see what we got in there. Okay, well, actually, we're we're one decent draw away from probably being able to win. Okay, well that's cute and all. Here, I think this one I need to name Force if I end up getting to actually do something. One zombie or non-land away. Or a fetch. A fetch also would have been fine. Can we do anything from here? I'm actually going to hold that mill. I don't think we need to see multiple lands consecutively if it's going to really impede us much. Now, what do we want out of the board? They definitely won't have rest in pieces. That's the good news. I want the braid or the goblin bombardment though. So swing. We're just dead actually. Crypt Breaker actually seems pretty okay in this case. Aethersworn doesn't seem bad, but that might be too cute. We definitely need some sort of removal for his guys. Yeah, and Tomb doesn't feel super great against a deck that's probably just going to get a bunch of surgicals. We have our fair game plan, and they're going to be mulliganing really hard. Yeah, we'll keep this. So we play the altar next turn, and then hopefully get to run out of register. Yeah, I want to have that altar out there. Ooh. Nope. We'll get a swamp. Because I can't tell if he's on Delver or what exactly he is playing. Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't. So the thing is that I wasn't sure if it was just a mid-rangey Jeskai shell, or if it's better to assume that it's Delver there. I was assuming it wasn't because he was on Mentors, and they really are not cards you want to be playing when you have Delver in your deck. Because most of the time, also when you're on Prismatic Vista and fetching basics. Yeah, I was correct. I played the altar first. That was my punt. Never mind, it would just get exiled anyway. Okay. It's really difficult to gauge what the hell he's playing because you don't see Daze, Basic Mountain, and Tundra in the same deck particularly often. Because you can't really run that with Delver unless you're on 2 colors. Or just the greediest Delver deck ever. But we don't have enough cards in Yard. So it matters because if he's on just a Jeskai list, then he's going to more likely to have actual like interaction more so than pretty much any color combination. So figuring out whether or not he is or isn't is pretty relevant. It's tempting to flash that back and name Snapcaster Mage. Hmm. If we name Snap, what are we really getting? Hard read. Ha. I am so good, Terrence. I am unbelievably good. Blind Snapcaster. What we want is a land. A fetch would be pretty incredible right now, actually, because we'd be able to ghast ourselves. We hit a fetch, we should be able to win. Alright, come on, land? No blind flip for once in my life. They're deciding if they want to force this. I really wish they used a brainstorm so we could alter them off of whatever they put on top, but don't get to be that cheeky. Ugh, gross. Really need a land. Like, one fetch would be so good. One fetch. Just one. I'm very confused as to how this guy could see merit in playing the second counterbalance unless he is actually that made. Okay, so what did he pitch? Days. Okay. Well, at least we're getting the Hogaak to stick, and that's what counts. Oh, wait, no. Don't want to auto-yield that. So, I think I want to alter myself one more time. That way I can keep the 2 ghasts in my yard. Alright, decent turn. Especially since, well, he can't do much. Land. Not a land. So, we play the carrion feeder. We need to play this first before we can really do anything. Damn. Well. Oh, no, never mind. So we attack with Gravecrawler and a Hogaak, then we mill ourselves a ton. Okay, well that sucked. Don't be another 1-drop. Thank God. So, do we need to mill ourselves? Yes. Ooh, okay. Now we can start doing things probably. All right. I see what you meant, Terrence. We're bringing on bombardment because that would have been really good that game. The Registrar is less great. I think the extra discard would be very helpful, though. I want all of these. I almost want to trim a bridge from below against them because it's so lackluster against tokens. Uh, ugh. I want this Crypt Breaker. I need the Crypt Breaker. I need a bunch of discard because they are on dirtiest control deck that can more or less answer whatever we do. I think I'm going to take out the Abrade because we're going second, and I don't feel like having to exchange so much tempo just to get dazed. Let's see. They have a start with 7. So they absolutely have to have. Well, actually, we'll keep this because it has 2 suppliers. And we can end up more or less just... If we hit a therapy, we can supply right away, name... well, whatever we want. This deck is always so big brain. Like, there is no point at which this deck requires anything but, like, the absolute most effort. Does that change what we do? I feel like we still have to lead on supplier in this case. Yeah, we'll lead on supplier. Correct play is to daze this and not get greedy. But I suspect our opponent is very greedy. And I suspect that they will wait till the last possible second to do anything with the surgical in their hand. Like, they will wait till the dead last moment possible to do anything with the surgical they are almost guaranteed to have in hand. Oh! Look at them. They didn't get, like, stupidly greedy. Yeah, Plowshares here would suck. Okay, so we thought seize them. We obviously have to do that. We get a snap, is my guess. My guess is that we take a Snapcaster. Okay, so they definitely have... There's a, like, next to 0% chance that they do not have... Oh, well. That was a pretty good draw, Terrence. So, the only reason they would keep a hand that doesn't do anything like this, they're on a tempo deck. The only reason they would keep that is if they have, like, a way of snapping back a surgical. Like, that's what their deck does, is, like, it's built to just play stupid one-drops. Or, not just stupid one-drops, just stupid cards. Ah, much better. Correct port. Yep. Wait, do we have a Gravecrawler in here? Verdant, Marsh Flats, Delta, Crypt Breaker. Oh, damn. Okay, well, that was my mistake. So, let's see. We can sack the Hogaak, make this bigger. Alternatively, we cast the looting, just to get extra cards. I think I'm going to cast the looting, just to put things in the yard. I also can't yield to anything with this deck. So we'll cast Hogaak now. Eater. Okay. So this way we have 2 blockers up. Yeah. Wait, You're right. You are absolutely correct. Look, Terrence, I'm just getting used to the deck. I think I'm doing an above average job. Like, this is my first time playing the Legacy version. The modern version I hate with a burning passion because... So the problem with the modern version is that when you play very well, it rewards you. But also there are a lot of matches where you don't have to play at all. I can't tell if this hand is great or terrible. I thought Teferi... I might have been misled. It might be Teferi week this week. In which case, I'd rather play this than Teferi. I'm gonna be honest. Miracles is the most boring deck in the world, and I hate it with a fiery passion. No offense to people who enjoy being bored out of their minds. Definitely want to toss the scrubland back. Oh, okay. What would your toss back be here, Terrence? Because obviously cards we can't get rid of are that. Is it the Hogaak? Or is it the second therapy? Because in the blind, I like to think that everyone is actually just on combo. Who am I kidding? We'll put back with therapy. That's pretty good. Uh, Reanimator. Things we want against Reanimator. Thoughtseize. Are we gonna get another turn? Oh god, that's gross. Um, well, at least Bruce Willis. Uh, we're gonna concede this one right away. Alright, I'm gonna defer to you, Terrence, because I don't know how to sideboard for this matchup. Is Aethersworn Canonist worth it? Because I know Thoughtseize is. Is Entomb too slow? Entomb feels too slow. Canonist feels fine. That's the good news. Bad news is everything else feels a little underwhelming. So the reason I'm choosing Aethersworn is that it means that they can't go off further with Grizzlebrand or Willis. Keep, because this one actually has a bunch of stuff it can do. That's a turn 2 Gak. That's something. And I'm more or less playing this more to figure out how to play with the deck than... Okay. Well, in the blind, they don't know what we're playing, so... Alright. Hopefully... Next turn, we play our Gak, and... That's enough. I want our... Scrubland. Alright, so I feel like it's pretty safe to assume that if we get another turn here, we are in good shape. Other hand, I feel it's also pretty safe to assume we are not getting another turn here. Oh, they have the Tidespot plays. This is gonna suck. So their bounce is probably just our lands, right? I would like that, Terrence, because having some... Man, that's really annoying. It's Like, it's an extra Grizzlebrand hit, and that's really good. He can also just end up... Ooh, that's gross. Um... So, in response, he should kill our carrion feeder. Or he's not the cleverest, man. Okay, so if we sacrifice Hogaak, we mill ourselves 8. He has 2 mana available with which to screw with our plans. Yeah. I still want to play... as best I can. Wait, we've got a bridge in there? Alright, never mind, we're fine. I think we just win here. Unless he can kill his own Villas, I think we just win. That throws quite the monkey wrench in this. That's what I wanted to see. Okay, so if we... sack that... We have 3 Cabal therapies? Yes. Okay, so we can play... Gravecrawler. We have... Dark Ritual, I think is what I want to name. Yikes. Well, that was a pretty lame... So do we have more than one? Exhume. can end up casting our Hogaak. Marsh flats and swamp. All right. Well, I will. Yeah, Hogaak. I know. I know, Russ. Well, we got the Gak, so this is a start. We'll see. I'm eager to hear what your opinions on how I played this are, Terrence. Um, that was pretty bad. Um, yeah, I think we're in a good spot. I honestly can't see them winning. Oh wait, I'm out of fetchable lands? Aren't I? I am. Never mind, we're fine. Alright, player Grizzlebrand, nerd. I'm not even scared. Ugh, that Assassin's Trophy was really fortunate. We definitely outgrow his Grizzlebrand, though. So unless he's on Storm, which playing against Mono Black Reanimator Storm would really, really suck. Deal. Whoops. Need to unskip us because now it doesn't matter what he goes to bounce. We can end up sacking things and like make sure that our ghasts are in the yard. I want the Bloodghasts in the yard so he can't bounce them with Ashen Rider. Because they also have haste. So he has to be able to cast 11 spells. So you're getting 6. Man, if we lose from here, I'm going to be so miffed. Mm. So if my memory serves, he had a Cabal Therapy. Right? No. Exhume. Okay, so now we have weird. So we're swinging for with 6. He'll be gaining 6. Swinging 6. We make it in with 3. He takes 6. Nothing changes. So he can't really attack with Grizzlebrand. Man, this one is weird. Like, he has to have drawn into exactly an out. Okay. All right, we're gonna prove Terrence wrong. The matchup has to be winnable. I swear, guys. Um, we'll bring in Goblin Bombardment because that would help. Okay, well, that was honestly pretty nightmarish to go through. Like, figuring out the lines there is a lot of work. So, man, Hogaak. Mildly intrigued, but also thoroughly disgusted because it is way too enjoyable. What did you keep? This is why mulling for board cards against combo is really weird. Like when you're playing combo and you end up having to mull hard for things in Legacy, it's very. I wouldn't necessarily say tilting, but something close. Okay. Now we are getting just exquisitely lucky. Like, this next Cabal therapy is going to be pretty backbreaking, honestly. Well, okay. Well, now that you have no cards, we will yield through the turn. That was the wrong land. Good news is, even though I punted the sequencing on that, still got rewarded by the fact that uh, we got very lucky with their mull to 3. Alright, no reanimate. So we shut off reanimate like this. Then we target ourselves. Oh. Let's say animate dead. Well, alright. Beat Black Red Reanimated with Hogaak. I feel pretty great. A bit concerned by the fact that I managed to do that, but also, how does everyone feel about the fact that we're getting another Matrix movie? Like, officially getting another Matrix movie. I don't understand. Oh, yeah, we should probably play our match. Where is that mulligan button? There we go. I thought that deck was more or less dead. Okay, we're definitely winning this one. Because I don't care what they do. It was absolutely correct of them to attack there. So I'm not sure what they were doing. So if we play the carrion feeder... Man. And we're not even... And next turn we're doing more? This is just goofy. Sick. Entombs are goodbye. Let's see. Hmm. So... I want shenanigans here? I think against blue-white, I figured I would rather have wear tears because they can hit rips. Like I can't hit rip with shenanigans, and I figure if blue white is gonna be on anything, it'll be on rest in peace, not. Mm, I'll put him in here because he's just a nice safe card to have. Trim a Hogaak. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Wear tear is definitely better in this type of matchup. This deck is pretty ridiculous. Ridiculous, except when it draws like that. Well, we'll test your theory on this one, Terrence. Hmm. Should I Cabal Therapy? So let's see. Pros of playing Cabal Therapy here. I would almost rather wait till I can play the Gravecrawler. Because they likely have something like Stoneforge. Hmm. Yeah, should have gone with the Cabal Therapy. Terrence is right. Okay, I don't care about that. Damn. Okay. have to get a Badlands here? Feels gross, but okay. So dump the 2 ghasts. Hope to see a land. We got a land, we get back our Hogaak and hopefully just win. Next turn, worst case, we play an altar. Which, I mean, it's something. The only reason to play blue-white Delver Blade is if you're expecting a ton of depths. Which, admittedly, it did just win the most recent Classic, so I can see that being a concern. So are you gonna wasteland us? Hmm. So we can Cabal Therapy our... Oh, okay. Black, black, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sack that. Hopefully start seeing bridges. Okay. Yeah, I think he was just like, I'm dead here. This is not worth my time or my effort. This is, Lana Wachowski. Who did she... Who is Lana Wachowski? What did she write? She's the one who's set to write the new Matrix movie. So, we'll see. Whatever. Uh, this feels like a pretty good start, even if it doesn't have a, even if it doesn't have a stitcher supplier in it. This feels like a pretty damn powerful start. Let's get a Badlands, then loot, because we can get rid of this bridge from below and hopefully... That's a pretty nutty start, not gonna lie. Next turn we play an altar. Man, why do I enjoy playing fast combos so much? Sure. Well, we're running out of Hogaak next turn. Probably have to build your own, dude. Or don't. Hmm. So... Oops. So... Man, this deck is dumb. This deck is so dumb. Like, it's got a pretty high floor to playing well, but when you do, the ceiling is just so ridiculous. Like, you can end up. Admittedly, I haven't played against any Chalice decks, and that seems like it could be a bit of a challenge. I imagine that's part of the reason there's so much hate in the board. You better have some sort of interaction, or this is gonna die. You're gonna die. Uh, I didn't even get to cast my Hogaak retain priority and then bridge alter myself and just kill him. Wow, these guys are so insensitive. What a bunch of jerks. Yeah, the entombs feel like it almost feels like you don't need entomb at all, which I know is not necessarily correct, but it feels like you don't. I want this braid because if they bring in Grafdigger's Cage, this is a good way of being able to hit that as well as creature, but we don't know if you bring in Grafdiggers. Oh, absolutely worth learning. It's also a lot of fun. Like decks like this, modern Hogaak, modern Mono Red Phoenix, that sort of thing, they aren't necessarily always the most interactive decks, but it's important to know how to gauge combo decks. Sure. Well, that one's pretty nice. I'm quite pleased with that one. Um, hmm. A lot of turn threes with this deck. So the question is he gonna stop this looting? I guess is what I'm curious about. Hmm. Here's hoping he stops that looting. It's tempting to take the lightning bolt, actually. Because the lightning bolt lets him Well, do more. Oh, damn. Nope. Well, that stinks. Guess we'll have to settle for just a turn 3 Hogaak. Brats. I almost feel like he should have bolted his guy there. Come on. Play the lightning bolt. You are awfully stubborn, my guy. 1, 2, 4, 5. Lightning bolt. Oh well. Nah, that's true name. Oh, he had a chain lightning. Okay. Well, that was probably the easiest 4-1 of my life. So we'll do another one of these, because this is fun and kind of gross. Well, this is a nutty hand. That's a really basic island. I smell show and tell. What could you be on? Maybe Hogaak? Plowshares. Hmm. Then let's get rid of the swords plowshares. So what are we looking for here? That seems like exactly what we were looking for here. Um, we don't need any of these lands. Then we call therapy them. Take the Mind Sculptor. Wow, there are a lot of Jaces. Man, this deck is really good. Kind of, ugh. Though, I must admit, it's pretty nasty. Goodbye, bridge. We can do this twice. Then so we sack the Hogaak, we get 2 more zombies, we eat our Stitches, Blackcurian, Feeder, Faithless Looting, and no, that's not enough. It's not enough to make it worth it. For his next turn, no, I'm hard pressed to think of much I would care about. Sure, we got a better skull. Hogaak, my guys. Okay, well, let's see. So now we play a land, get back a... Any more than that? No. Okay. Never have I just felt so wildly indifferent about what my opponent has than playing with this deck. This is ridiculous. I realized that Steve didn't set the title correctly. Did it work? Oh, he's not online. This list is... Let me pull that up. It ended up winning, or not winning, it ended up making 6th of the most recent Legacy Classic. And that title is never going to get changed. We really need to fix that. I still don't actually think that's enough to change how this game is going, because we're swinging for, We're swinging for a lot. This thing had to have trample. What kind of asshole decided that it should have trample? Goodbye, Entomb. Actually, yeah, Thoughtseize probably isn't the best. Cryptbreaker is also not super necessary, but actually, I'm gonna move a Thoughtseize back, cutting a Hogaak. Um, I don't know. I don't know what like he was expecting from the tournament. Also, I ended up beating Black Red Reanimator. Thank you very much. Feel pretty proud of myself. Admittedly, my opponent had to mull to 3 or 4. Hmm. Patently ridiculous start. After this game, I may end up just calling it a night. Or after this match, I may call it a night because I am getting a little tired. Okay, so there is not a surgical ready. That is what I needed to know. Yeah, I'm getting tired. Very sleepy run. Shouldn't have been staying awake so late. That is my bad. Other hand, did get to make it to the gym today and felt pretty good about it. Come on, land. Come on, no rest in peace. As long as it's not a rest in peace, I'm pretty happy. I think it might be correct to trim lootings in this matchup. Especially Delvery ones. Mm, so let's see. We end up sacking. We're already getting one zombie, so he's right. Surgical doesn't feel like anything. Oh shit. I screwed that up. Nope. I goofed. I was seeing the wrong trigger off my whatchamacallit. Sure. Swords. 2 plowshares. See if I can hit more blood ghasts. One more blood ghast? Please? Alright. Well, this is going to be not my favorite Hogaak I've ever cast, but So stupid. Such an absolutely moronic card. Well, don't have the red source. So I can cast a Hogaak to just get mana. So I could cast one more Hogaak, got an additional... No, I think this is fine. Wow. Man, guys, can we... Oh, by the way, for anyone who's just tuning in, hello. Next week is Teferi week, and I'm going to be stuck playing a blue-white deck with Teferis. So if you've got a suggestion for a Teferi deck that's not going to bore me senseless, please, I don't want to play this, or Miracles. Both of those decks are painfully disinteresting. Like if you want to send me a Teferi Temporal Archmage, can I please see some Gravecrawlers now? How have I not seen a Gravecrawler? Did he surgical my crawlers or something? All four are in the bottom 9 cards. That's pretty unfortunate, honestly. Okay, well, we're just gonna ship it. A Gravecrawler at any point would have just been stupendous. One Gravecrawler. How have we not found a Gravecrawler? I'm so irked. Not necessarily because we're losing, or even because it appears that we might not win, but just because, ugh. So if we see a land, we end up getting back 4 ghasts. So he puts Hogaak back into her hand. You attack. You can't block. Okay, there we go. Are all our word tours gone? They are. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, never mind. We have another grave crawler. This is fine. I did not notice that we had a grave crawler, which tends to amount to a problem when you need grave crawlers. Faithless looting can start going. So block the Stitcher supplier. I sack 2 grave crawlers. Oh wait, I can just mill him out. Well, this was stupid. I could have just been going to mill him out. Okay, so now we just mill him to death. Yep. This is pretty goofy. Yeah, conceding probably was the correct call. Okay, I'm gonna probably play just one more game and then I'm gonna call it a night. Yeah, so we'll after this match going to call it a night because I am very tired. This card has been so underwhelming. Hmm. We'll name Thalia. That seems like a pretty good plan. Sure. Let's grab Badlands. And then hopefully win? Or, well, we wouldn't be able to win. We have to play an altar. I think it's more important to loot here, actually. Because we get the bridge and the Hogaak in the grave. I think that's all we really need in this matchup. Out of board, we bring in Bombardment, Abrade, Forward Terrace. Come on, I want to eat. And I cannot eat until you die or I die. Dude. Ugh. Alright, I guess we might just win if they time themselves out. Sorry everybody, but if they win because they if we win because they time themselves out, 100% calling it a night. Okay, well, yeah, this is pretty dull. I came here to play Magic, and I'm not even sure if my opponent is just AFK or if he's disconnected. It appears he's just AFK because it didn't say he left the game. If we do end up getting to play cards, what we want to do is we want to loot, pitch Bridge, and Hogaak, then go from there. Alright, so on that note, everyone, I am very hungry. I might stream a little bit later, but for right now, I need to eat. So I'm going to go food and I guess you could say ciao. Potentially see you later. Uh, if not, remember we have Teferi week next week. Please, someone give me an excuse not to run Teferi by suggesting something neat in the suggestion box. Alright, on that note, good night.